Hi kids, welcome to our English lesson today. It's Wednesday and we are going to do a revision for Unit 5, which is Food and Health. Today we are going to talk about how much and how many. Look at this question. Can you guess? Do we use how much water or how many water? No worries, because we are going to do the revision together. First of all, when to use. We will use these words, these phrases, when we want to know the quantity or amount of something. We ask questions starting with how much or how many. We use how much and how many when we want to ask for the amount of something. So how can we differentiate which one to use? We have to know about the countable and uncountable noun. Countable noun is something that can be counted, and uncountable noun is something that cannot be counted. For example, string of noodles. There are too much there, so you cannot count it. That is why for this is in the uncountable noun category. And for this, pineapple, watermelon, it's in the countable noun category because we can count it. For milk, salt, sugar, rice, noodles, you cannot count it because there's lots of like the strings of noodles, the crystals of the salt. There's just too much for you to count, so that will be in the uncountable noun. Countable noun can take singular or plural verbs. For examples, if there is only one book, just one book on the table, you can use the singular verb. For example, there is a book on the table. There is a book on the table. But if it's more than one, then it can take the plural verbs. There are 3 books on the table. There are 3 books on the table. For uncountable noun, it will always take singular verbs. So here are the examples. There is some water in the jug. We use is because water is uncountable. Sugar is sweet. We use is because sugar is uncountable. Let's count together. For countable noun, you can count the pineapples, right? There's 1 and 2. It means 2 pineapples. There are 2 pineapples. But look at the noodles. You cannot count it. You cannot count the noodle. So it will be uncountable now. That is why when you want to ask for the quantity, for example, the quantity of the pineapples, you use how many, because how many is used for countable noun. For example, how many pineapples do you have? How many pineapples do you have? And for noodle, you use how much. We use how much for uncountable noun. For example, how much noodle left? How many? I want to know the quantity or amount. For example, how many apples did you buy? You can use how many for apples because apples is countable. Apple is a countable fruit. How many apples did you buy? Look at this chocolate. Bars of chocolate. Can you count it? Yes, you can. That is why we use how many. For example, how many bars of chocolate do you eat every day? We use how many because we can count bars of chocolate. Sugar. Can you count it? No, it's uncountable. That is why we use how much. For example, how much sugar would you like? Milk. Can you count it? No, it's a liquid type of thing. You cannot count it. That is why we use how much. For example, how much milk is in the fridge? Let's answer some questions in the quiz. For water, which one will we use? How much or how many? Yes, how much? Because water cannot be counted. Salt, how much or how many? Yes, how much? Orange slices. Can you count it? Yes, you can. So you use how many? How about this? Bars of chocolate. We have mentioned about this earlier. The answer is how many? Okay, so we are done for today's revision. Later, I will give you the link to a quizzes. Make sure you click on the link and answer the quiz. Okay, goodbye everyone.